Hey Leo, I am your astrologer Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here is your monthly forecast for the month of February 2018. Now, before I get started, I just had two announcements that I wanted to share with you all. First of all, I'm doing a webinar this month on February 10th at 3 p.m. Mountain Time on the solar eclipse coming up in Aquarius. Okay, there I'm going to talk about what's going on at the solar eclipse, how to better manage the solar eclipse coming in, as well as the lunar eclipse we just had, and some general trends going on in the month of February. If you are interested in that or have any questions you would like to ask me, please sign up and join. There is a link down below in my description box. Please click that to make sure that you are on the list to make it to my webinar. I personally see February as the month to dream your wildest dreams and to actually make them happen. So we're going to be talking a lot about that, about what your dreams are and about how to move forward on them, okay? So that's coming in there. I hope to see all of you there. Now, the second thing I wanted to talk to you about is right here. I finally finished my 2018 Astrological Planner. I know it's a little late. I know it's February coming in, but I figured better late than never to get it out there. Okay, if you are interested, please also check out the link down below in my description box for more information. Okay, the first few pages, of course, are reference materials if you want to know how to read a chart or some things in the calendar. The rest of it is, of course, the calendar itself for each month with a list of the transits, the major transits for each day on it. Okay, I also do have pages in the book that are filled with discussion questions based on the astrology, based on the major transits of the month for you to then answer, to reflect on your life. So if you're interested in some spiritual and soulful introspection and reflection, this could be for you. I also do have a full moon and a new moon report for every full moon and new moon of the year in here as well. So hopefully you'll find that of interest and very useful to you too. But I'm super excited that this is out and I'm excited to share it with you all. Okay, so if you're interested, just go ahead, click the buttons down below in the description box and let me know what you think. Now, Leo, let's get on with your horoscope. What's going on for you for February? What we've got actually at the very end of last month, January 31st, before this month started, was a lunar eclipse right here in your sign, in your first house. So what that brings up is either some kind of ending or culmination rather in your identity, something that you are working on that is very, very close to your heart in some way, okay? And I think January 31st, the lunar eclipse, was a very powerful time here for you to step into some projects that you've been working on that are close to your heart, that you like, to just be happier in life and create more of the life that it is that you want, okay? To complete some of these projects as well so that you can finally start to feel like you are being the most true and best and happiest version of yourself coming in, okay? So I think that's what was going on January 31st, the lunar eclipse. I think the reason why you're trying to get yourself in order and do some things you like and you really enjoy is so that at the solar eclipse on February 15th here in Aquarius, you can start to focus on other people, the other people in your life, relationships, building better relationships with other people. That's because the solar eclipse in Aquarius will be here in your 7th house of your partnerships, of your relationships, usually of the one-on-one variety coming in, okay? So that's what's going on there. I think at the beginning of the month, especially after the lunar eclipse, you're doing a lot of thinking here about other people, about what's going on there, because we do have around the first week of the month Mars here, which is going to be in your 5th house of happiness, and a sextile with Mercury in your 7th at the very beginning degrees of Aquarius. So I think the beginning of the month, as you're trying to get some of your stuff in order, your life in order, do some things that you like and that you enjoy, I think there's a lot of thinking here about how you can work with other people one-on-one and partner with them in order to be happy, do something you enjoy, work on a passion project in some way. Okay, the 5th house does also rule romantic relationships and kids as well. So perhaps you're also thinking about how you can bring more romance and love into a relationship, and how you can maybe work better with kids and a spouse or in a partner in some way. Okay, so I think those are some options of what could be going on and what you're thinking about at the beginning of the month. I think as you're trying to do some things that you really like, that you really enjoy, and to be happy in your relationships, there could have been some hard things that did come up. That's because while all this is going on, we also do have Venus, the very end degrees of Aquarius, coming into a square over here with Jupiter, where a bunch of other planets will also be coming through this month. Okay, and Jupiter is in your 4th house of home and a family. So as you're trying to do some things that you want, that are important to you, okay, and to work with other people to be happier, I think maybe working with other people is a little destabilizing going on. Maybe you're a little bit unsure of how to work with people in a way that feels really comfortable to you emotionally, maybe having to change some of your relationships in some way in order to feel better emotionally about what is going on. Coming in could also be some hard things with relationships here with home and family. Maybe having to figure out how you can start to have relationships at home and with family that are better for you, that understand you, and that can help you move forward, okay? I think you're trying to really build a new foundation in your life where you work with people to do some things that you enjoy here, and maybe just needing to figure out in which way is the best way to build on your relationships moving forward and to interact with people emotionally so that everyone involved can start to feel much better. Okay, so I think that's what's going on. I think if you can push past some of these hard feelings so that you may have about relationships and try to overcome them and try to work with people in a better way so that you can be happier and feel more stable and secure in your relationships, I think it is going to help you in the end. That's because after all of this happens, all of these planets in Aquarius are then going to come down here and make a nice sextile to Uranus, which is in your 9th house of something new. Coming in. So I think there is an opportunity here to do something new and exciting that you have not done before, especially with relationships, to have new relationship chapters that you just like better coming in and that are more interesting to you. But you first here having to figure out here what kind of relationships you want and need that are important to you, and how exactly is the best way to build on these relationships moving forward so that you can be happier and do something new that it is that you want. Okay, so that's what's going on. Then of course on the 15th we do have the solar eclipse in your 7th, really throwing you into relationship chapters, having you work with other people in some way. Okay, after you start working with other people here and moving forward on some relationship chapters, having a lot of new energy come in there in a big way, your focus then moves to Pisces, where all these planets are going to come through in conjunct Neptune. And Pisces rules your 8th house of changes and of intimacy. So once you've maybe decided who you want in your life and how you want to work with people in relationships to be happier, and to work with them on some projects that are important to you, I think then the question becomes, how exactly do you need to change your life in order to let more of these people into your life, in order to get deeper with people, more intimate with life, and move forward. Okay, it could be a little bit confusing on how you need to change your life to work with other people, especially with the Neptune influence, but needing to be patient and be intuitive and compassionate towards others as you figure everything out. Okay, coming in. Now all of these planets that are coming through your 8th house in Pisces are also going to make a trine over here to Saturn, which is in your 6th house of your job and of your daily routines. So I think any changes that you're making to accommodate some relationships in some way are going to also change your job, change your daily routines and what you do on the day-to-day, so that you can start to work with people deeply, more intimately, and better. There can also be some financial investments that maybe you are making as well to help you with your job, to help you better interact with people in some way, and to move forward doing some things that are important to you. Okay, so I see that coming in. I actually see it being positive, you changing your job and your daily routines in a good way. However, with Pisces in a square with Mars coming in, you may feel like you're not sure if you're going to be happy as you make some of these changes in your life to your job, even though it's good for you, and needing to just figure out how to enjoy some of these new chapters that are coming in, how to lighten up a little bit, even if things are a little bit heavy, and even if you're having to make some compromises to let other people into your life. Okay, so that's what I see going on there. I do think though that if you can figure out how to be happy making some of these changes and how to be lighthearted as you're ending and beginning some things and to work with other people, it will help you in the end to do some things you want to do with Mars in your 5th, making a trine over here to the North Node in your 1st. But just need to let yourself make changes to your job and to move forward so that you can let more happiness in, do more passion projects, more of what you like, and to work with other people in the process. Then after that happens, the focus, or then after all of that happens, there is then a full moon that is going to happen in Virgo, not this month, but actually the end of next month, or the beginning of next month. And that's going to be right here in Virgo in your 2nd house of money. Okay, so what that's going to bring in at the very end of this month is some kind of ending, culmination, or completion in regards to your financial situation, so that you really can give yourself over more to making changes in life, to working more deeply and more intimately with other people in some way, and maybe even having to share some of your finances and some of your wealth with others so that you can form the right partnerships, form the right relationships here to do something that really resonates with you, and just to be happier working with other people and not doing it all alone. Okay. So that's what I've got for you this month, Leo. Now your card for the month here is the 5 of Swords reversed. This card to me does indicate when you were doing things alone here or in secret, and I think the lesson of this card, or the message, is to not do things alone, especially based on your chart, to not do things in secret, to welcome other people into your life, okay, and to be more open and honest with them about what it is that you're going through, what it is that you're dealing with. Don't keep secrets from people. Don't try to hide things. You're a Leo, so you don't usually do that here and hide things, but Leos may also not be used to working with other people. So I think what you have to learn, and what the message of this month is to include other people in your process, to be open with other people, to not keep everything to yourself here, but to bring everyone else with you on your journey, to experience the same joy that you enjoy and that you have, and to experience the same love and projects that you're working on, and to do things with them, okay, and to not keep it all to yourself, and to not be quiet about what you're feeling so other people know what's going on. All right, so that's what I've got for you this month, Leo. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.